Y'all, it's another Throwback Thursday. Clue at the end of this vlog. I'll try to make it shorter. It's been kind of difficult to do so lately. So, if y'all saw my rant about Mists of Pandaria not being able to conveniently get the bag pattern, which is what I was pretty much aiming for, thinking that they made it exactly like they did when Mists originally came out, and then finding out that it wasn't, yeah, I was pretty fucking pissed. So I think it's time to take a break from that classic progression stuff. To be honest, I was about ready to quit it anyway soon, because if Draenor was being added, I did not really care for Draenor very much. And I really just don't feel like going through it again, so for now, I'm done with the progression, because the rep grind is boring, it's annoying, and it's why a lot of people actually quit the game, but Blizzard does not realize this. And then them redoing it and making it even worse than it originally was does not help anybody. So, I'm going back to vanilla. I'm going to play vanilla. I may jump back into retail too, but I noticed that when I get on vanilla, when the game loads up, it does not white screen like Pandaria or retail. So it's not as taxing on my PC as the other two. That being said, I'm just gonna stay in vanilla. The anniversary server Dream Scythe, which I've uploaded VODs from Twitch to here on. I'm gonna do that, but I may jump back and forth between Horde and Alliance, because I didn't get very far in Horde. I think my rogue was like 30 something when I stopped playing there and went on the progression shit. But I didn't do anything on Alliance, specifically on that server. Now, I had Alliance on Pagel, the vanilla Pagel server. So I got on there yesterday because I was streaming on Kick for a little bit before I went to bed. And my main character on there is obviously Feral Druid, and she's at level 52, so that's literally the highest I've ever gotten in vanilla. I've never gone past that. But I log on, not a whole lot of people in Stormwind, right? So I'm like, alright, let me check the anniversary server and see what it's like. Plus, when you look at the realm list, it'll say population, and next to Pagel it says low. I'm like, okay, yeah, so it's not very busy. Then I go onto the anniversary server, and it says hi next to it. So I'm like, alright, well, let me log on to my character named Walmart Bitch. I didn't put the I in it. It's BTCH, so you know what it is. Because she was already in Stormwind, and I'm like, holy shit, for a Wednesday, there's a lot of freaking people on. This is a good thing. So this server's pretty hopping. I'm like, alright, let me check my rogue, because she's in Orgrimmar, see how many people are on Horde side. And I forgot she's still in the Old School Fools Guild. And I'm like, wow, Orgrimmar's pretty poppin' too. Maybe not quite as much as Stormwind. I feel like more people play Alliance than Horde, but there's a decent amount of people more people on that Horde side than Pagel's Alliance. I'd hate to see what Pagel looks like on Horde side. It's probably worse, but and then I looked at the guild thing, and it showed that there was 9 people online. including myself. And I'm like, wow, so people are really still playing in this guild. And I said, do we have an alliance guild? And they said, yeah, but I think it's on Pagel. I'm like, ugh, Pagel's kind of dead. Why? Like, why isn't it just on this server and then have both on this server because it's busy? Like, I like that balance. So I chatted with him a little bit before I logged off. And I said, well, I got pissed off at Mists, so I'll probably be playing here. I'll be hopping on and off, probably back and forth. Because they asked why I was pissed, and then I told them the reason why. Like, they made the bag pattern impossible to get now. You have to fucking rep grind, and I really don't feel like doing that. I prefer, well, I shouldn't say they made it too easy to get, but, like, they made it too hard to get now. Like, if it was behind 1 rep, but it's behind 2, even then I still probably wouldn't even bother with it, but it's just not worth it. It's honestly just not worth it, especially if I'm not even going to play when Draenor comes out. So if it ain't convenient for me right now, then fuck it. I don't want it. I'll just quit playing that. It's not hard to do. And I'm sure a lot of other people are pissed off too when they found that out. It's like, I don't have a lot of free time. If I was a full-time content creator, I'd say, fine, fuck it, whatever, I'll do it. But I don't have all the free time in the fucking world. I want to level characters. I want to learn how to play different classes. Because it's like, yeah, I know how to play them, but, like, I notice, like, when you do it multiple times, you learn different things about the different classes in the game. So it's like, as much as I love Feral Druid the most, and I always will, and I love Hunter second most, like, I still want to play other classes and learn things about other classes and playing them. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with vanilla for now. If they fuck vanilla up, then, well, maybe I'll cancel my subscription and go play Ascension with other people that play that and make whatever class I fucking want. But yeah, a little bit pissed off. Anyway, it's another weekend of work. And it's cooled off, thankfully. For those of you who saw my spooky month poem, thank y'all for listening to that. I was hoping it would get more views, but it is what it is. Maybe over time it will. A lot more people watched my rant. And I think quite a few people agree with me on that. Unfortunately, I'm too small to make a difference or to catch Blizzard's ear. They don't give a shit about people like me because, I'm just a filthy casual in the eyes of most WoW players. Like, and I'll proudly say that. Like, I don't have time to fucking raid and all that shit. I just don't. And I got screwed over, and I don't feel like going into that whole story either. So I kind of lost my faith in humanity on that note and lost my trust in people. But at least one thing in vanilla, people are always willing to help. People are a lot friendlier. And there's not as many assholes in that version of the game. So it is what it is. I'm just going to play vanilla and roll with things how they are. As far as today's Throwback Thursday clue, it is a Halloween decoration that I made, I think, a couple years ago. And it has to do with food. So any of you who have been here long enough and watched my other craft stuff, spooky craft stuff that I've made in the past, let me know if you know exactly what I'm talking about. If not, you'll see later my spooky food craft. And I still do gotta finish the freaking party tray this year. I've made a couple more of the cubed spooky cheeses. They're almost dry. They're still a smidgen squishy, but I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with them, and I do want to make more with the painted rice as mouse turds, because I only made like a few. I'm like, I think I just did it because there was a little bit of the paper mache left, and I was just like, fuck it, I'll throw it together. But there was also when I started making the party platter. I made a few other things. So let me know if you remember what the one set of 3 things that I did make. Because I made a set of 3 things, I started the party platter, and then I made another thing that was kind of separate. But the set of 3, see if you remember what it is. It is a food, and I do a lot of taste tests on it. Pretty much giving that away, but let me know what you think it is, and you'll see later. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. Let's hit that next milestone so we can add another item to the wheel. If we can get it by next month, then we'll start off next month with a bang. Love y'alls.